But these niggas acting like they forgot.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl Charm LaDonna with my mixtapes. And I got my man Meek Mill right here. And I'm just smiling because you just...
Yeah, I'm feeling good too. I've been smiling all day. Like you just said, when you ran into me, I'm smiling, feeling good.
I gotta tell you, yo, this is like the most expensive interview I've ever done. I mean, you got cars everywhere over here. Maybachs, Rolls.
We just like to stay inspired. You know, we started from nothing. A lot of people sometimes get that confused, like we showing off or we trying to like shit on people, but really, we really just inspiring ourselves and inspiring the people who come from nothing or the people who want more. So you know, we keep it around so we can see it. Every day we waking up, me and my homies. Can you believe this? Looking at this shit up, putting it on Instagram and smiling and feeling good, because you know, this is what we dreamed of back in the day.
Right. And I love that you use the word motivation a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you are motivation. People are looking up to you now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Like, is it like a big weight on your shoulders?
It's not a big weight. I actually love it. That was actually my purpose. Growing up, when I used to see like Allen Iverson was like one of my biggest influences, because he was one of the first celebrities I seen like in person. You would see Allen Iverson come through our block in a Rolls Royce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's still feeling good. You know, in the hood where bad things happen, but he still was showing that, like, you know, you could be around your people and shine and motivate them without it being a bad thing. And he was the first one I ever seen in like a Rolls Royce. I was only used to like seeing like old white people in Rolls Royce and things, and like I felt like I used to feel before Allen Iverson, I felt like those things wasn't achievable for people like me, like we wasn't worth that. So, you know, that's why I show that to the younger kids all the time, and the people who follow me, to let them know. Always know your worth, and you don't have to be a show off, but still always know your worth, and don't be scared to be confident in yourself, or you ain't gotta hide your success.
No, for sure, and that's what I think I love about you the most, is that a lot of people try to shine light on negative shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got so much dope shit going on right now. Yeah. I mean, you won a Billboard this year. Was that your first Billboard?
Yeah, that was my first Billboard ever. First big award like that. So, you know, shout out to the Billboard for recognizing my talent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, it was like even the BET Awards last year. I got best year at Billboard, but didn't get nominated for a BET Award. And, you know, I never did anything to be for Billboard. I never politicked with them. I never did any favors for them or anything. And, you know, they recognized my talent. So, you know, I thought that was dope, because last year in the position I was in, a lot of people like was going with like a wave of that I was actually losing, but my life was good. And sometimes I don't know how the internet goes. Sometimes, you know, the internet kind of like uncontrollable, where people go with their own ways. But my mama used to they say what they want to say. Like, you know, you would put a picture up of your baby, somebody tell you your baby ugly, or when Lil Snoop died, people was putting up rest in piss and shit like that, or I got him killed and things like that. So, you know, it's a world of cowards where people get behind a computer and just type anything and like discredit you or talk about your family and friends, anything to say anything bad about you. But my perspective was on it, like, my mom come from public housing. We used to live in PHA. She living in the sticks now. Sticks, aka suburbs, big house, couple thousand square feet, living good. You know what I'm saying? Rolls Royce right there, Maybach.
That's what I'm saying.
Bikes. I actually love the bikes more than all the cars and all the fancy shit. I moved my friends from that situation. My son, 5 years old, he just turned 5 the other day. He's speaking French at 5 years old and stuff like that. So if you call that losing, I don't know what you call that. That's like me going on like Draymond Green or Steph Curry comments and putting up an L. And now you should Curry comments or something. You'll be like, yo, y'all been winning all year. These are successful people.
Yeah, so it's like you don't even pay attention to like social media, really. I mean,
of course I pay attention. I pay attention to all of it, but it don't affect my real life.
Okay.
My real life is, I got 50,000 in my pocket. My real life is, if any one of my grandma, my family members call me about some money in need, I could help them. In real life, my family, my friends still have love for me. In real life, I'm a kid that started off as a drug dealer in Philadelphia and on a path to success, changing other people's lives, and I changed my family lives. So they need to make a new definition for L, because I don't understand it.
and like you said, starting off as a drug dealer from Philly, and now you like in big meetings with like Puma.
I've been rocking with Puma for the last 5 years. They've been rocking with me for 5 years. I actually got a new sneaker. I don't know if they want me to release the date, but it's coming out July.
Can I get a pair?
Yeah, of course. We
Dope.
definitely send the whole my mixtape family you up here.
Dope.
We've been working for years, and I got a sweatsuit coming out to match the sneakers actually. Some dope stuff. So I mean, from being a little criminal in the streets to doing business with $1 billion company, creating sneaks and bringing light to their brand. And
so with that, you got the clothing, you got shoes, you got all these great things happening. Let's talk about DC4.
Yeah.
Because I told you even before the camera's
That's
aired,
the number one. If I
want to hear it. Come on, man.
If I got $5 for somebody ask me every time when DC4 come out, I would have probably $5 million right now. Seriously.
I mean, so what was the inspiration behind DC4 anyway? Like, what the time spent on it? Or are you still working on it right now? Is it done?
This mixtape right here is my reintroduction back and for the people that doubted me. But my inspiration was to just for the people that tried to bury me. It was at one point I was looking at the internet world looking like they was trying to bury me. So that was my inspiration. This was my inspiration to prove myself to the people that ever doubted me. If you pay attention to my mixtapes ain't never changed. They still stayed the same way. There was a lot of companies and people I did business with that like started moving a certain way, and I'm like, y'all tripping. I was watching Raw's interview on Breakfast Club. One of them said something to Raw's was like, no, you tripping. I step out, wake up every day feeling like that nigga, and I'm still talented. I'm still gonna put up my numbers. I'm still gonna make noise in these streets, and it's still gonna be me.
Yeah.
I think actually I went up to a whole different level. This year I won a Billboard award. I got a platinum single. I got both of my albums went gold. I actually think I went up to another level in life. Yeah. For real, for real.
What producers do you have on DC4? I mean, if you can tell me.
I'm working with all the new young up and coming. I ain't just running to Metro. That's my guy. He got heat, but I ain't gonna run to Metro or run to Mustard or run to Jalil Beats. I'm gonna pick all the new up and coming guys, and I'm gonna get some fire from them too. But I'm just doing whatever I want. Me myself. If anybody know me, you ever been in a booth with me, I create my own. I ain't got a writing team. I don't have a team full of people that come around me and help me make music, which I actually was speaking on when we talking about talent, because a lot of people get that confused. I don't really have people like helping me. I get somebody, they bring beats. Sometimes people will bring hooks, but when they come to me putting these things together, and the idea is me, so it's a process to it. I'm a human being. I go through things in real life, friends dying in the streets, friends getting locked up, family problems, real things. So I can't just rap all day. Some days I be stuck. I can't just get in the booth and just go off the head when I'm going through some drama. When a good friend of mine was killed yesterday or last week or something like that. So it's a process. When I was through all this time, a year and a half, I think I dropped the album like a year ago, year and a half. I've been through real drama, like family members fighting real cases, family members dying. You don't know if you know. My young boy Chino from Dreamchasers actually shot in his head. I've been going through real things, so I like to take my time. And I don't let fans determine when I drop my music. I never moved off the word of a fan. Like people can't just tell me, yo, drop music tomorrow, and I drop music. I don't do it like that. I move on my own timing.
When you're in the studio, because like I said, we had a conversation before the interview, and you're so calm and chill and laid back, but when you're in that booth, I don't know what comes, it's like a lion roaring, you know what I'm saying? Where does that motivate, that inspiration come from?
Everybody rap in Philadelphia. Niggas' moms be rapping, they dads. Seriously, everybody rap. When you on the corner, like some people, like even I feel disrespected. If I ever had somebody say you a battle rapper or something like that, I be feeling disrespected because I never was a guy that just battled. Where I come from, it always was whatever the rap situation is. If we in the studio making a song, I'm gonna make a song. We having a cypher on the corner, we're gonna have a cypher. If we want to battle for some money, we're gonna battle. We're gonna do whatever. But at the same time, I just always wanted to bring the energy, you know what I'm saying? Because even in the game right now, it's a lot of music, a lot of good music out. It's a lot of music that is my kind of music that I listen to, and it's a lot that ain't, but it ain't a lot of energy, and I want to be the guy that bring the energy when you in the gym, you working out, and you need something to motivate you. You need that rush.
So you feel it. That's
I'm gonna
what
deliver
saying.
that rush. I ride bikes, I do things. We get chased by the helicopter, fast, cop cars, and Willie and taking risks, and you know I love the rush. So that's what type of music I deliver. I'm calm a lot of times, but I love the rush.
Yeah, I see you got like your crew with you. They stay with you. Yeah.
You know, we just was building, we just was vibing. A couple guys, all different city, young dudes that do their things, and we just respect real.
You seem like you cool with putting people on. Like you're not the type that's like, yo, I'm here, so I want everybody. You know what I mean? To be down there.
Yeah, I love that. That's what I stand for. I stand for putting people of my kind that come from where I come from on, because it ain't enough of us on. In the lifestyle that we grew up in, or a culture that we grew up in, we always been looked at as the lower class. So I feel like it's my job to make sure somebody where I come from get the same chance I got, because I've been around rappers where they don't even acknowledge you. You know, we in Hollywood basically, and you know when people say you Hollywood, it's like they saying like you on another level than what they are on. So you know, I never wanted to be like that. I wanted to be the down-to-earth person. I always wanted to give somebody a shot. I have a high self-esteem. I'm confident. I don't really worry about nobody taking my spot, because I'm comfortable with whatever I'm doing. You know, sometimes you get around like rappers and people with a Hollywood term. You get a lot of people frauding and acting like they this or acting like they that. I'm like extremely cool who I am. I'm happy to be in this position. I don't gotta be the rapper with the most money. I don't gotta be the top rapper. I don't gotta be none of that. Long as I'm in the race. I always got a chance to be in the best position. Because you know, it's a lot of people in the graveyard, it's a lot of people locked down in penitentiaries that will never get a chance to be a part of the race. So, you know, I'm happy about that. And anybody tell me I shouldn't be happy about it, I wouldn't even conversate with you. You know what I'm saying? Rico, we just was talking when he came in the studio about being locked up and being in these positions. We was a part of that mass incarceration where, you know, they make rules where it hurts our culture the most. You know what I'm saying? At one point it was like you get 5 years for a piece of crack, but you get 5 years for a piece of soft cocaine, and it's basically the same thing. But in the black community, crack cocaine is used the most, so we would get affected by that law the most. So you know, I made sure I Instagrammed that to the social media. If you follow me on social media through all the diamonds, the jewelry, money, and things like that, I don't care what you say. There's always going to be a time I touch down on that topic, because that's a part of my soul, and I really feel like as a people, we need to be changed. Even if you look right here, we all young people, black men from different areas, West Coast, South, East, Midwest, and we just linking, having fun. We don't got hate towards our brothers. I don't want to hate my brother. If you hate, don't get it wrong. If you hate me, I hate you. You know what I'm saying? If you get aggressive,
you gonna get aggressive.
We get aggressive times 10. But we on some power. We feel like there's more power when brothers is connected and moving around and having fun, living life. You don't really see too many other cultures killing each other non-stop.
At all.
Non-stop. I want to say rest in peace to Lil Scotter. Young dude from Baltimore lost his life 2 days ago. You know, he lost his life to the guns. And, you know, it's a lot of killing going on within our culture, with which I don't really fully believe in. And sometimes I feel like I wouldn't say I like violence or anything like that, or I want to keep talking about violence in my music, but you got to understand we come from situations where he might be a straight A student, but he lived 2 houses down from a monster. This little young boy, he's a monster, and nothing is going to be able to stop him, so he shouldn't protect himself because he's a monster. I know a lot of people say call the cops, but I know a million people that got shot that there wasn't time to call the cops. Somebody run up on you pointing a gun at you, ain't no time to call no cops. The cops gonna come on the scene after you on the ground. So sometimes you gotta protect yourself. Sometimes when I was in prison, you gotta be aggressive. You sitting in a room of 200 people, 200 criminals, where you may be the only one that have a stable position that got money. So you know you're a target, so you have to be aggressive sometimes. So you know I don't wanna always touch on violence all the time, but I want to give a message to them young kids, like, get some money. take care of your family. My my new goal was always telling them, because growing up, gangster to me was you had to be robbing, you had to be killing, you had to do a lot of stuff.
I already know.
My new definition of gangster is go get your mom a house.
Right.
Go get the person that been taking care of you your whole life a house. Put them in a position so they don't have to work for the rest of their life. Go picking up a gun, go shoot at somebody. That's easy. Anybody right here can do that. You know what I'm saying? Get his school right. And that's the message I really want to ultimately like deliver to these young kids that follow me. Don't never get it twisted. I ain't in the street running around playing no guns all day and selling drugs and doing things like that at this moment. But it was a point in my life where I had to live that life, where I had the feeling when I come out, don't know if I'm going to go back in the house. I had the feeling of being on the corner, doing illegal things, not knowing if I'm going to go to jail today, getting took away from my family. So I know the feeling of it, but it's still a message to my music. So when I be seeing people speak on like rap, hip hop, because it ain't a lot of street hip hop artists that's doing good right now, but me, I'ma always represent this part of the culture because this is what I came up to. I came up to Nas, Jeezy, T.I., Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, everybody from that era right there, you know what I'm saying? So it's impossible for me to do like a whole different sound in the music, even though I'm coming with a Meek Millie sound.
Right.
So, you know.
I mean, I know you talked about your son, and how do you feel as a man to be able to provide a different life for him? You know, a life that you didn't grow up.
I love it. I love being able to provide that type of situation for my son. Like my son, 5 years old, he go to a great school. Like I said, it amazed me to see my son be able to speak French. I actually got that from Jay-Z. I was on the plane with Jay-Z one day, and he was on FaceTime with his daughter, and she was 2 years old. She was speaking Spanish. And you know, to me, I thought that was stunting. I was like, damn, that's just stunting on a whole different type of level now. You know what I'm saying? So the moment I went home, I called my son mom and like, yo, this, that, and the third, we got to find a new school, higher level. Let's take this thing to another level. That's stunting. I like to see my son ask me for something. If he doing good and he acting the right way, he could get it, because I grew up at the bus stop. Me and my mom having to catch the bus everywhere. My mom ain't never have a car until I got signed. You know what I'm saying? So I feel great to be able to have that type of security over my son. Like a lot of people say, money ain't everything, or money ain't really about nothing, but money is everything. Money can provide a better education for your family. It can take people out of certain environments and put them in new environments to better themselves, because I feel like environment is everything. We grew up in an environment where like you have to be a savage, because if you don't be a savage, people will take full advantage of you. You know what I'm saying?
No,
full advantage of you. If I was to come walk into prison when I was in prison, like with my head down and just not ready to go, not ready to be a savage, you're gonna pay for that. They're gonna make you pay. So it'd be like only one way to be in certain environments. And, you know, money could change people's environments. And I seen it with my own self. My nephew Tweety, he was only 5 years old. He used to live in projects and things like that. He used to cuss at 5 years old, do all types of stuff. He seen people get killed, so his mind was twisted. Moving to New Jersey, he's a whole new person. So, you know, I know environment is key to a lot of these kids.
I definitely want to tell you that you are inspiration, and I'm going to say this because I have a personal experience.
Yeah.
So my brother's doing life. Yeah. And
free him.
You know what I mean? And I told him like, yo, I may be doing this interview with Meek. I hope it goes through. And he was even like, yo, he got a story, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My brother been locked up for 15 years. Yeah. And he, you know what I mean? 40-something years old, and he's like, he got a story, man. Sis, get his story. Like, fuck the negative shit. Get his story. And I'm just, you know, I'm honored and I'm happy that I can be here and just and talk to you.
Yeah, I like, and too, don't never get it wrong. I like to talk about the negative and the positive too, because that's what make me, it's like, even with the system, I got 16 years of probation, you know what I'm saying? Right. That's like basically 16 years, you can't make a mistake or we're gonna strip you of your freedom. That was like one of the biggest negative things that ever happened in my life. I overcame that, you know what I'm saying? That's what made me stronger. I remember last year just watching people, everybody going against me about a diss rap. And you know, I used to look at it like, yo, y'all really think this gonna stop me? Right. You think on telling me I'm going on my girlfriend's tour gonna stop me? Was that a joke? Because where I come from, like, you know, we come up when you get money, a lot of guys you end up gotta take care of girls. They ain't got nothing. They don't got no hustle no hustle for themselves.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? They just taking out your pocket and things like that. Was that funny? I thought that was like live for me to have a girl that like get more money than me, that do a bigger tour than me. I thought that was actually dope to be able to wake up, go on stage with your girl, make some money. Had some good loving at the end of the night. That's some live shit. I never thought that was. I was looking at that like, is that a joke? Where we come from? That's like live nigga shit. Nigga. When I be in Philly, I bring Nicki through the project to cook out. We don't stop and get out, but that be like live. Niggas don't be talking about your girl make more money than you. Nigga, I'm happy. I'm happy I ain't gotta keep going in my pocket and giving a girl $700, $2,000 to get no shoes. You know what I'm saying? Even though we spend a lot of money on each other. When I see an L, that's what I think about the most. I think I learned a lot from watching these niggas that I did a lot for in this industry. I used to always hear people say, this industry fake, these niggas is fake, this, that, and the third. I tried to come in with like the real nigga approach, like try to change them, but it's too many against one. I was talking to Jay, he was like, yo man, don't be going on that internet arguing with them, man, you can't win. You can't win. It's too many against one, don't even ever try it. You even look at his new rap where he say on Cali, I got the key. He said, I don't rap for suckers. I don't rap for suckers either. I don't even know where most of these niggas came from. The people that I rap for don't be in people comments talking negative about people. You ain't gonna never see one of these niggas that's standing behind you and nobody comments talking negative about somebody. They get money somewhere. We don't even represent that type of stuff.
Yeah,
like I said, I come from the lower class. If you think I'm losing, the people from where I come from, they don't think I'm losing. They think I'm doing pretty well. They being motivated from actually what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I always like to talk about the negative and the positive. Life is good. That's what make me. Before this, I was about to get signed to T.I. I ended up going to jail. He started supporting me when I came home. He ended up going to jail.
Okay.
I came home again. He went back to jail again. I went back to jail. It was like back and forth. So when I came home, I linked up with Ross and just started mashing. He still supported me, but that was another trial in my life that I overcame. I feel like in the streets you could duck 1,000 bullets. You know how many guns been pointing my way, bullets thrown away of me, which I came out of when the smoke cleared. How many cops plotted and arrests that they put upon me that I came out of. So you know, like, what? A song talking about somebody, your girl tour, that can't affect me. And it taught me a lesson. It made me hungry. It made me into a lion. Like when they try to bury us, it was a point they try to bury us. So you know, I've been plotting in the studio, grinding. My niggas fully behind me, feeling good, ready to suffocate the industry, suffocate all the niggas that went against me, because you know, you gotta teach them a lesson for even putting a doubt into a nigga that been doing this that long and come from where I come from. We come from the trenches, the storm. What in the world, in your mind, would make you think that something so light could touch me?
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, they threw some shit. They threw some shit. It's like they threw 30 shots at us. But
yo, they
got hit in the leg, got hit in the shoulder, everything. Them things came, but it ain't affect me. It's like Tupac when he was riding in the motherfucking on the stretcher in the ambulance. He put his middle finger out to let you know, nigga, I'm still here. And that ain't even just for the rappers, that's just for the niggas.
Right.
Everybody that went against me, niggas and bitches that went against me, that's just for them.
Right. That's your motivation.
We still some of the livest young niggas.
Yeah.
We still who them young niggas in the hood want to be. They don't want to be like most of these rappers. They want to be like some of us. We the young niggas that got our team with us. When you see me on the jet, that's why even when you see them, let me state this too. When you see niggas at the Clearport with their whole gang throwing deuces up and all that, they got that from us.
Right.
Niggas been catching jets. They been doing all that. Jets ain't new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just made it look a certain way, and people love that. When people see me with my day ones, like people from my hood, you may see me with Melly P-Mine and one of them sitting on a jet. People remember us riding a little pedal bike or walking 30 blocks just to get to our destination. So they respect it. And I respect any young nigga that do the same. It's almost like when I turned on Smack DVD, I seen Big Meech with all his friends right here. He like, we don't fall out over bitches and money and this, that. He turned me out. He was never one of my biggest inspirations that made me want to get rich.
So, I mean, I think that DC4, right?
DC4 gonna be the hottest shit on the street. I listen to a lot of shit. You know, it be sounding cool. I get my bounce on. Take that shit off. 10 minutes. That shit got about 10 minutes in my car because I need something that's gonna touch me.
Right.
I need something that's I can feel, something I can vibe to, something I can play back 10 times, you know? A lot of that shit, I love a lot of that shit.
Dope. I want to thank you for this interview. I know you ain't interviewed in a minute.
Yeah, thank y'all.
My mixtapes, man. Y'all heard it first, man.
Yeah,
This nigga always lit. Yo.
Shout out to my mixtapes. They've been holding it down since we ever started doing business, fucking with each other. Shout out to her, she coming through. Free her brother that's doing life. I actually got a homie that's doing life that I talk to every day on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Every single day. Right now, he in the hole. We ain't talking like 2 weeks, but every day I'm giving them an update of my life, how we living, because if I was in that position, I would want one of my friends to update me and keep me in the loop, and so I could feel appreciated and loved. You know what I'm saying? We never let her go. So free her brother. Free all the ones down, going through that mass incarceration shit that they put upon us. And, you know, shout out to everybody. Whoever rocking with Meek Millie, we rocking with y'all. If you ain't fucking with us, fuck you. That's how we rocking.
Hey.